LGBTQ and civil rights activists around the country protesting a memo that they say would roll back protections for transgender people.
According to the memo obtained by the New York Times over the weekend, the Department of Health and Human Services is spearheading an effort to establish a legal definition of sex under the Title IX of the Civil Rights Act. Now, the reviewed draft said the agency's proposed definition would define sex as either male or female, unchangeable, and determined by the genitals that a person is born with. The Times says the new definition would essentially eradicate federal recognition of Americans who have opted to recognize themselves, surgically or otherwise, as a gender other than the one they were born into.
Disability Rights Montana attorney Bobby Zinker says this memo could present a number of problems for transgender people, especially when it comes to their official documents, such as a driver's license or even hunter registration cards. Zinker says the trans community is most worried about the repeated effort in places like North Carolina to keep the LGBTQ community out of spaces such as public restrooms.
If you have legislation that would not allow people to do that, that effectively keeps those people out of public spaces. So that is what that effort does, is to let's not allow certain groups of people into public spaces. So in that sense, we're not recognizing their humanity.
Now, groups like the Human Rights Campaign posted to social media on Sunday asking Congress to take action by advancing the Equality Act to ensure that LGBTQ people are explicitly protected by our nation's civil rights laws. Meanwhile, President Trump had this to say to reporters about the memo Monday.
We're looking at it. We have a lot of different concepts right now. They have a lot of different things happening with respect to transgender right now. You know that as well as I do, and we're looking at it very seriously. I'm protecting everybody. You know what I'm doing? I'm protecting everybody. I want to protect our country.
The New York Times says a new definition will likely be presented to the Justice Department by the end of this year.